It is time for a Hot Off the Grill segment, joined out here out front NBC4 with Howard Foer, who's owner and chef of Poplar Springs Resort Inn and Spa in Poplar County, Virginia, and Joe David, who's organizer of some great gourmet getaways, which you're going to tell us about in just a few. But gentlemen, welcome, and what are you helping us with today? What are we fixing?
Well, today we're going to cook duck 3 different ways to make it easier for the home cook around the pool. We're going to cook a duck on skewer, like a satay. We're going to do a duck thigh that's been pounded and marinated, and we're going to make a little slider out of it with a little slaw. And we're also going to do a duck breast with grilled watermelon, grilled corn, with to be plated as more of an entree. And it's all going to be accompanied by our peach coffee barbecue sauce.
Oh my
Each
gosh.
item's going to be accompanied by that.
It sounds all quite intricate. Are you sure that we can pull this off?
We'll see. We'll see. We're going to try to do it. I'm sure we will be able to.
Where do we start?
We're going to start by, I have a little grill here, so we have a nice little grill. We're going to start by go ahead and getting a couple skewers on, because if you're doing a dinner party, you want to have a couple things ready for people to munch on with their wine once they go. And as you can see, we can get them going. And this is real quick. We don't want to put the barbecue sauce on until the last minute so it doesn't burn.
Right.
We're also going to get a couple of the thighs. One of the reasons I did the thighs is because they cook really quick. Okay. So it can be a quick little fun. We're going to make a little slider or a sandwich.
When do you season that?
I'm going to season it once it goes on the grill here.
Okay.
And now I've marinated them in a little lemongrass, garlic, and ginger. We've crushed it. And we're going to get it going kind of slowly. I have salt and kosher salt.
Right.
And a little bit of black pepper. And we're going to get that on. And then the duck breast, you want to kind of go a little slower. So we're going to put it to the back of the grill, and we're going to let the skin kind of render a little bit so it's nice and crisp. So we're going to get all this going. And as you can see, it's cooking pretty quickly. These little satays here will go pretty quick. You can see them browning up already.
Absolutely.
So once I know you're hungry, we'll have something finished, I'm sure.
And I do like my duck very crispy too. But all these seasonings, if the camera can come in tight, they're all very simple.
We have salt, pepper, a little bit of mixed herb, which we'll put a little rosemary, parsley, and a little fresh thyme in. Okay. So we keep it kind of simple. And that's also for the look too. And we have the corn, but we'll put the corn on last minute and the grilled watermelon a little bit towards the last minute. But we can start some and see how it goes. Okay. And it will. And it's grilled watermelon is kind of a neat thing. We have yellow and red watermelon, which is a little different, a little more interesting. And the corn here we can get on and get everything kind of started. And I think we can even smell it now, which is nice.
I know I can. And Howard, we're going to come back during the next segment and take a look at this. And Joe, you're going to tell us about some great spots to go to.
Well, there are some. Well, first of all, we got some coming up. I'm going to be involved with the Virginia Wine Fest, which is going to be in September, and that's going to be in the Plains, and the other one in October in Alexandria. And you can meet me there. I'm involved with some activity with Philip Carter, and there's my book.
Very good. And we're going to talk more about that, what's in that book, some of the spots to go to during the next segment, and, of course, about wine. Indeed, it smells good out here. I am back with Howard Foer, chef and owner of Poplar Springs Resort Inn and Spa in Fauquier County, Virginia, and his good friend Joe David, who's going to tell us about those great gourmet getaways a little bit more. Now, we've plated up the food, Howard. Tell us.
We're working on plating it up. This is our duck skewers, and it's done with a little kohlrabi slaw with cilantro and carrots with a little vinegar and sugar and a garlic mixture that goes on it to kind of get a little juice and a little sweetness to it. And this is ready to go, and it's quick and simple and easy to do at the cookout for anybody, and it's duck. This is our duck thighs here, and what we're going to do, we're going to make little sliders here, and we're going to use the same kohlrabi slaw, and we're just going to cut these real quick and just make a little like sandwich, and this is what these are.
And I'm going to let everyone know that you can find these recipes on our website, NBCWashington.com. Just search the hot word off the grill.
And then you can just make these little sandwiches for your guests, and they look appealing and they look nice.
Buy the small plates, right?
Yeah, buy the small plates. But this is how they come together, and everybody will love it. And it's a little different because not everybody cooks duck at home, so this is a nice way to cook duck. Well, now that she stole one of the corn, we're going to put it back so we don't ruin our plate. It's okay. We'll let you slide.
In the meantime, while you finish up there, Joe is going to tell us more about his book and the Gourmet Getaways.
Well, this is about 50 different gourmet getaways throughout the country. I overlooked Poplar Springs in it, but I'm going to have to make it up in the next edition. But it's wonderful little getaways that are something like, maybe 50 miles or so outside of major cities like New York, Chicago, Washington, and so forth. And of course, there are some here in Virginia area and in New York and so forth. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at these schools, examining them, and there are places where you can go not only for good food, so you're going to have that food experience, escape, where you can just recover the R&R, and also learn to cook from people like our chef Howard Foer.
And that's what we want. You can make a romantic weekend out of it also. Now, tell us about the wine that you have here, too.
Oh, this is a magnificent wine. It's Emeritage, and it goes very well with what he's preparing, and that's why I brought it. And it's from Philip Carter selection, and it goes well with either light or hearty foods. And it's got exactly just like this. And so it's a nice, smooth run. And it's one of our Virginia wines, which is what I'll be supporting both in September and October, our Virginia wines.
That's what we like. Support the local guys.